Don't be ashamed to learn things that you need to know. Here's Sexplanations with Dr. Doe.
Sexplanations podcast, episode 37. I am here with Princess to discuss mania, that type of love, also known as destructive passion. Hi, Princess.
Hello.
Where are you from? Who are you?
I'm from Sacramento, California. I reside in Palm Springs.
And who are you?
And I'm many things.
That's true.
I'm a singer. I'm a part-time nudist. I'm
An explorer.
I'm a traveler. I'm a knowledge seeker.
Me too. I'm a lot of those things. Yeah. So that you know, if you're listening, there's some crackling in the background. That's a very exciting sound to me because it is the sound of heat. We record the Sexplanations podcast in the Holy Fucking Science sound studio in the basement of Complexly, which is the company that produces the show. It's cold down here. And so when we did our last live stream, if you go to patreon.com/Sexplanations podcast, you can find out when those are. I was telling everybody how cold I was and how awesome it would be for you, the audience, to sponsor a heater. And you did. You've called yourselves hotties. So this cackling noise that you may or may not hear is brought to you by our hotties. And so is the warmth and comfort Princess and I are feeling. So thanks,
hotties.
Thanks, hotties. Some other people I want to give a shout out to before we get going on our lovely conversation about mania. Our boss level patrons, Donna Flint, Paul Nixon, Joanna the Millers, and the Fletchers. You're all amazing.
Woo!
Woo! Let's do a question in their honor.
Dr. Doe is holding testes. She's holding testes.
In Greek mythology, what is the name of the god of love? A, Zeus, B, Chaos, C, Eros, or D, Aphrodite?
Eros.
Great job.
Thanks.
It looks like Eros was a primeval god. Primeval god? Is that how we're saying it? Son of chaos, the original primeval emptiness of the universe, but later tradition made him the son of Aphrodite, the goddess of sexual love and beauty, by either Zeus. So Zeus got Aphrodite pregnant, or Ares, god of war and battle, or Hermes, the divine messenger. So we don't know who Love's baby daddy is.
Oh, no. That's not good.
That's okay. You got it right.
Okay.
Great job.
Thank you.
Eros is one of the love styles. And actually, when Dustin and I did the podcast last week, we talked about our love styles. We took a love styles quiz. We both came up as Eros, which is that kind of falling passionately in love. It's erotic romance, very intense, hot, burny stuff.
Yes.
But I wasn't always that way. I used to be more manic, mania, that
really?
love style. Yeah. So I did an episode of Sexplanations where I talked about being the love style mania,
Okay.
that destructive passion.
Yes.
And I was hoping you could talk with us about your experiences.
All right.
Yeah? Into it?
Nervous. I'm into it.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you what mania is?
Sure.
So I have, from the last Sexplanations episode called What is Your Love Style? Mania is possessive. It's a destructive passion, like when a person says, I'm madly in love with you, watch out. Lovers of this style may experience the greatest highs when they are swelling with love, which is why many people who are new to love find themselves in mania. The danger comes when the pendulum swings over to the other side and you have these extreme lows of unreasonable jealousy, obsession, and neediness. And then here are some statements that may apply.
Okay.
Do you want to say yes or no as to whether or not you've ever experienced these things?
Yes.
Okay. When things aren't right with my love and me, my stomach gets upset.
Yes.
When my love affairs break up, I get so depressed that I have even thought of suicide.
No.
Sometimes I get so excited about being in love, I can't sleep.
Yes.
When my lover doesn't pay attention to me, I feel sick all over.
No.
That's good. I'm glad you don't feel that way. When I'm in love, I have trouble concentrating on anything else.
Yes.
I cannot relax if I suspect that my lover is with someone else.
No.
If my lover ignores me for a while, I sometimes do stupid things to get his or her attention back?
I wouldn't say they're stupid things, but, maybe showing up here and there.
Here and there? What does that mean?
Well, I have a story.
Okay.
And I was dating this guy, and we were dating for a while, and only because the subject is mania. That's the only reason why I'm telling the story. Because it's an embarrassing story looking back.
Okay.
But we had that kind of relationship. And, we usually talk pretty often. And
You and this guy?
yes.
Okay.
Time went on and there was no response. And so I'm the type, I get worried, So I'm not thinking, it's anything wrong or he has a girlfriend or anything like that,
You're not concluding that he ghosted you. You're like, no one would ghost me. I'm princess.
Pretty much.
He died.
He had to have died, been in jail, or something catastrophic had to have happened for him not to pick up his phone, right?
Yeah. You're princess.
Exactly. So I was like, also, I had a dream. I had a dream that I showed up at his job with my family. And so after that dream,
Oh my goodness. Manic in your dream?
I had my coworker, I said, hey, look, this is the deal. Like, are you ready to go on a mission with me? And he's like, okay. And he's like, well, what's in it for me? I was like, I'll buy you a drink. So we go to his job and we sit in the bar. And I said, ask them if he's working. And they said, yeah, he's over there. So I bought my coworker a drink, and then he walks over. So I was at ease because I realized he was alive.
Good.
But I was also like, okay, well, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
and I asked him, I said, so then he walked by, I said, this sounds really, really crazy. But I said, your phone's not working? And then he said, holy fuck. And he walked away. And then he came back, and then he was glad to see me and said I looked good. And yeah.
But then what?
And then he told me to text him. He was going through some things at that time, apparently. But I was more concerned of his well-being,
Okay.
So
then you don't think it was mania, or you do?
I think that was definitely a manic episode of mine.
Oh, okay.
Who really just, I would be scared, to be completely honest.
If you were him?
I mean, if someone did that to me, but not if I did it to myself.
Okay.
Because I know where my intentions lie.
Okay.
It sounds really bad.
No, I get it.
But yeah, if someone else did that to me, I would be concerned.
What would your response be?
I would actually think it's funny, depending on the person, and if they explain themselves on why they did it. They thought, something
You were
happened
dead,
to you.
yeah.
Exactly. I would be very understanding. Very understanding.
And you would just say, I'm not dead. I did ghost you.
Pretty much.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Move on. Stop showing up at my work.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that's a fair mania story.
Yeah, and that's only because of our relationship. Him and we've known each other for over 4 years. So I feel like with our history, I can do that. But if it was someone that I've only known for, a few months, I wouldn't do that.
So you were sassing him.
What's that?
You're just like giving him a hard time, not necessarily stalking him.
No, definitely not stalking. If I wanted to stalk him, I knew how. I would know how to do that.
Okay.
But I was more concerned more than, if he was really ghosting me.
Okay. Like I said, it sounds like mild mania. I experienced really extreme mania when I was much younger, just with hormones and not understanding other love styles and what was available to me. I also think that instinctually, that's how I experienced love. It was just very dramatic and intense and fast and hot and really high highs with really low lows just made me feel more alive.
Yeah. I haven't really experienced that in my love life. I've experienced that in my personal life because I've never had a boyfriend, but I've dated. I'd say the guys that I've dated, they've been fairly stable. No real high highs or low lows. It's fairly stable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems true based on your stories. and
Yes.
the people,
Yeah.
the person I've met.
Yeah.
I was thinking that it would be fun to talk to you about this because our love story is kind of mania,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
It was
March.
a plain love story in March of last year.
Yes.
Where I was at the end of a lot of speaking engagements, finally ready to have interactions on the plane. Because normally when I fly, I'll shut down and conserve energy because I know I have to present. But
Right.
I was ready. And
Yes.
I was flying back to Missoula. You were flying to Missoula
I was.
to see a guy.
I was. My first time coming to Montana. Mm-hmm. And I met you.
Yeah. And I found out what you were doing and gave you my phone number.
Yeah, it was so sweet. It was so sweet. And I'm so glad that you did. I'm really glad that you did.
Did it weird you out?
No, not at all.
You're just like, of course, that's what you do.
Yes.
A woman's coming to see a questionable man in a different place.
Yeah, a whole different state.
You give them access to an out.
Yeah, but I definitely didn't think that you were going to give me your contact information because, not everyone's like you and I. Many people are more closed off, But you and I, we're on the whole, we're explorers.
Yeah.
And it works out for us 9 times out of 10. Mm-hmm. We're coming up on almost our 1-year anniversary of our friendship. So, yeah, it worked out, I'd say.
Yeah.
And not too long after we met, I came back to see you instead of the guy.
Yeah.
So,
And then we planned a trip together, which is a
did.
really big deal. You said, I'm going to Cuba and Costa Rica, or I have tickets to
Yes.
Cuba and Costa Rica. I don't know if I want to go by myself. And I
Yes.
said, in a very manic way, I was like, oh, if you're okay with me bringing my whole family, we'll come with you.
yeah, of course. You guys, come on. Check your schedule. Get back to me. And within that week, after I got back to California from Montana, you sent me an email with dates, and we were planning that bad boy.
It was so on.
That was fun.
Yes, so we have some mania, but hopefully non-destructive, just passion.
Yeah, just passion. That's what I call it. I don't really call it mania. I just consider myself an extremely passionate human being.
Have you ever wanted to eat someone so much because you love them so much, like you just want to eat them up?
Yeah, definitely.
Have you ever wanted, or have you ever told a person that you hate them because you love them so much?
No.
Have you ever kicked someone out and then chased after them?
No. I've personally left a situation and secretly hoped that they chased after me. Yeah.
You've got some game playing going on there.
Ha. Yeah, that was a bad one.
We're intentionally talking about like the unhealthy sides of
Yep.
love here.
Yeah, that's true. So I have to keep that in mind.
It's not
Definitely.
beautiful.
It's not. It can get ugly sometimes. But it's also very beautiful because you find out how unhealthy those situations were that you were once in. And then you're able to identify what you do want and what you don't want from yourself,
Okay, so what are those things that you want from yourself or don't want for yourself?
I definitely don't want to experience, the situation that I told you about when I left the situation. And I wish they would come after me. That was unhealthy for sure. And what I do want is a healthy partnership. I don't want game playing, or I don't want destructive patterns, you know what I mean, from myself or my partner. I just want to be in a healthy partnership.
How are you going to know you're there?
I'll feel it. I'll feel it. That's the only way I'll know. Because I can have everything written down and know what I want. And then once it physically is there, not know what to do in that situation. And I've been in that situation.
Where you have everything that you wanted on paper.
Yes.
You're in that situation.
Yes.
But then it doesn't feel
It doesn't
right.
feel right. It just does not feel right. And it's very disappointing because when you know what you want, you know what you want. You know what I mean? And I think also because I've experienced great passion and great loves in my young years. So I know what it feels like when it feels good and it's lust and passion and love, And I know what it feels like when it's just lust or when it's just hanging out, you know. But I want all of the above. I want my cake and I want to eat it too. And
That is possible to do.
I believe it. That's why I'm still, you know,
There's multiple slices
Yeah.
of cake.
Yes.
You have some cake that you eat, and you have some cake that you have.
Yes. Yes. I want it all, baby. I want it all.
Well, you deserve it. Why
Thank you.
not?
That's true. I believe we all deserve it.
So you want the feeling of it, and you want what's on paper,
Exactly.
or you're willing to sacrifice what's on paper for the feeling.
I'm definitely willing, as long as they're healthy.
Okay, what does that mean?
So if I have something on paper and it's not there, but I feel what I feel with this individual,
Okay.
and it's not healthy, I don't want to sacrifice what's on paper for that feeling, because I know it's not going to last very long. I know it's not, it won't be sustainable.
Okay, so let's say on paper you have things like somebody who goes on adventures with you.
Yes.
And someone who supports your music career. And someone who is honest and kind and playful and wants to do you right.
Okay.
You're like, yeah,
Yes.
read my mind. Okay, and then you meet someone
Yes.
who is not those things, but feels really good.
I don't think so. I don't know. It's trial and error, I feel like, because right now I'm actually dating someone. And on paper, they're a good 9 out of 10.
Ooh,
Yeah. But when I'm with this person, I don't feel the spark.
yeah.
And the scenario you just mentioned, they're none of the things on paper, but it feels amazing. But how long? So what am I feeling? How long will that last? Eventually, will it burn out, that feeling?
I don't know. I'm trying to describe another current situation you're in.
Ooh. Ooh. That one. I think that other situation I'm in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of history there. And
You
all
call it
makes-
chemistry.
It's definitely chemistry. Okay, so I get what you're saying now.
But
so the feeling's there.
Yeah.
But on paper,
It's not.
it's not. Whew.
It's not.
It's not.
I'm just going to keep telling you. It's not.
Okay, but I made this list after I met the person, because it took me to meet that person and to realize he doesn't fall under any of the things that I really want. But prior to me meeting him, I didn't really know what I wanted. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Great. So,
and you're asking why I'm currently still in this situation. Is that what you're getting at?
well, no, because I think that we can hang out with multiple people. We can have sex with multiple people. We can be in love with multiple people.
Right.
I'm just wondering, is the chemistry more valuable to you than the paper?
At this point, with this particular person, yes.
Okay. But ideally, you'd have both.
Ideally, I would definitely have both. I also know that this person's very capable of being all of the things, because I've seen.
can change him.
Oh God, no! But that's the thing. So I don't think that's healthy.
Is
You know-
trying to change someone?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I care about this individual for who he is, and it just so happens that our chemistry, it's there. But yeah, that one's a tough one. I think just because the history, and I've already put so much time and effort into it. And if I completely let it die, then it dies. But we also get along really good as friends. So I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I think love in general is challenging.
I agree. And that person that we're talking about was also my first real love. The first guy that I felt like I could see myself with.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I know. So I feel like there's also a love tie there. So
But
yeah.
he then motivated you to come up with a list of
He did.
things you want in a relationship,
Yes.
of which he has none.
And he has the affection down for sure. Our affection with one another is very effortless and very smooth. But also, I'm very glad that I went through the situation or just the journey with this person, because now I'm able to identify, like I said before, what I do want, what I don't want. And it's clear as the days go on. And I have to set those boundaries for myself. And in the beginning of my situation with that person, I didn't have those.
Boundaries.
Yes. Didn't have boundaries. I didn't know what I wanted. I knew what sounded good, or I knew, what looked like, maybe that would be nice. But I really didn't know. Now I know a lot more than I did back then.
Okay, so what are some of the things that you would tell somebody or tell your former self to give them wisdom that you have now?
Definitely to have boundaries,
Okay.
to not settle or compromise your own value, and to be true to your wants and who you are.
That's sweet. I think I would tell my former self to, oh gosh, this is so terrible to
What?
say, but to have my uterus removed.
Oh, no.
Something along those lines of just
Why?
feeling like, because I think a lot of the mania came from just being so hormonally imbalanced.
But there's also things you can do for hormone imbalance.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of solutions for that, and that inspires me to do research so that I can do a whole Sexplanations YouTube episode on how to manage hormones.
Yes, I agree.
But at least right now, when it feels dramatic and I like my breasts hurt and I feel irritable and my skin is all itchy, I just think back to the younger version of me who suffered that much more.
Yeah.
Like, oh, just take it out.
Just take it out.
Yeah. I also think I would tell her to masturbate a lot more.
Huh. Yeah, I've never really had that problem. Thankfully.
I didn't, but so I loved masturbating. I think I would tell my friends, I love masturbating and I love giving head. Those were two of my passions when I was younger. But when I would get into a relationship, I would want that intimacy
Yes.
of having sex and my orgasms there.
Yes.
And I would just get lazy about masturbating. And then I just wasn't getting enough of a release to
Yes.
match the level of hormones that I had. And I would just get mean.
Yeah. I've been there. I stopped masturbating for a while because I wanted more. I wanted to feel the affection, the intimacy. And I also, when I did have sex, I didn't want the sensation to be less because I just do it so frequently.
Yeah.
But then I also realized, because then I went a long time without having sex, that I needed a release, that I would just get pretty irritable or really, really sad. I would get really sad. So I
You
would
get
have
sad when you don't come?
Oh my gosh, yeah, very sad.
Oh.
I know it's sad, isn't it? So then after realizing that, then I would get frustrated. And so I would just end up masturbating out of frustration. Yeah. And then...
Fuck yourself.
Exactly. Exactly. And then I'd be able to let off a little steam and take a nap. It was quite pleasant.
Gosh, why aren't we doing that right now?
I think I have a date later on with the shower head.
Oh,
so,
okay. Good.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired and I am, definitely congested, I would say is the word. And
Yeah.
it seems like a great way to
Yes.
rub one out.
I
fall to
recommend
sleep.
shower heads.
Yeah,
I'm a
you're
bit-
super into that.
yeah,
I think you come to Missoula. That's your third motivation. It's me, it's the guy, and then it's the shower
And
head.
it's, in that order.
Aw.
Sometimes,
I think the shower head is first.
no, I'd say you, sometimes the shower head, then the guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is it about the shower head?
Oh my gosh. It's just pretty amazing. I think the shower, it's so spacious, and there's two shower heads, right?
Okay.
And
this is at the guy's house,
this
by
is at
the
the
way.
guy's house.
I wish it was at my house.
There's two shower heads, and one I have that just runs, and so it runs on my body, and the other shower head, it's a removable handle, and there's also a seat in there. So sometimes I'll switch it up. Sometimes I'll stand one leg on the seat, or sometimes I'll sit down. And so it's nice because the sensation of the water just running all over my body, and then the stimulation from the removable shower head. And it's
I love your face right now.
oh my gosh, it's just really amazing. And I shower with the lights off. So it's just a sensual environment, and it does a lot for me. I mean, it does a lot for me.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to have to change some of the appliances in my house.
I agree. I'll help you.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome.
I did buy one.
Did you?
I just haven't installed it because it's really complicated with my current shower. Everything is behind tile. And so I don't know how to easily get to it.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll probably stay the night at your house more often.
Well, because I think I, at an early age, must have had access to a removable shower head, one where it has the hose. I can vaguely remember one in middle school. And I probably tried it, but it definitely wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
And I remember, too, trying where you, in the tub, can kind of squat down to the faucet, running a stream.
Yeah.
And I saw that they have a new device that works kind of like a water slide. You tie it onto the faucet, and then it lengthens the
Stream.
path of the stream, so you don't have to get all up into the side of the tub wall.
Yeah. Prior to me finding out about the removable shower head, I did experience the faucet in the tub, but that was just so much work. It was so much work, and my hands would cramp up because I would have to do... I would have to hold the water so it would go, kind of cup my hand where the faucet is so it can be hit the direct areas. Yeah, I would be there for a while. So my hand would cramp up, and it was just annoying. That's why I'm so just in love with the removable shower head.
Wow. Yeah. See, I've never gotten into water, but this. I also don't like vibrations. So
Yes. Yeah.
it's.
I love vibrations more than penetration.
No, I'm a penetration girl. I am a zero vibration girl.
Really?
I am
Zero?
take or leave penetration. Depending on circumstances.
Interesting.
It bothers me. Actually, there have been times where it was pleasant, especially when someone's teasing me, like it's over my clothes or really thick jeans where it's not so strong.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm just like, get that off of me.
Yeah.
You're all about it.
I could do penetration with stimulation,
Yeah.
but it has to be someone that I'm into. Just penetration just to be penetrating, I'm not a fan of. No. I won't even penetrate my own self when I'm masturbating.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah. Is it?
I mean, some people do, which is
Yeah.
normal as well, but it's also normal not to.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy stimulation more. But I don't enjoy head, so that's...
You don't enjoy giving head?
I don't enjoy
Or
receiving. Oh, what's a sigh for? I don't enjoy it, yeah. Which is weird, I think, because since I like stimulation. I don't know. Maybe it's too much stimulation all at once.
Do you think it's a partner thing?
It could be. I feel like also I just have to really... That's what it really comes down to. I'm starting to learn I really have to be into the person also.
So, demisexual?
What's that?
That's when you feel sexual attraction after there's some sort of intimate connection made in a more emotional way.
Yes. But when you say intimate, it doesn't have to be
Sexual?
physically.
No.
Okay, then
It's usually not.
Yes.
It's usually that you want an emotional connection.
That's me all
that
the way.
you need an emotional connection.
That's, yeah. And it's demisexual. Yep. That's me all the way.
Then it sounds like it is a partner thing in both directions, right? Because that person might not know what they're doing, but that's also your responsibility to teach them. And if you don't know what you want,
Exactly.
then that's on both of you.
Yep. I agree completely.
Well, I hope you figure it out. I think I also had blasé feelings about oral sex being performed on me, on and off, depending on the person or my mood about it. But man, when somebody knows what they're doing,
I believe
and
it.
I feel connected to that person, like you
Yes.
said,
I believe it could be magical. I really do. I can't wait for the day that I experience that magic.
I hope you call me.
Yeah. Yeah, I will. I hope it's everything, though. I want magic all over. Like,
Full body orgasm.
well, I'm saying that too. I'm saying love, the connection, the physical intimacy, orgasms, communication. I want just the whole freaking package.
Okay.
I want it all.
Well, you've put it out there. Hopefully you will attract it.
I believe I will in time. When I'm ready, when the other person's ready. All in good timing.
I'm not on a search right now.
You or me?
Me?
Oh, you're not.
No.
I'm not on a search either. I'm not on a search.
Oh, what are you on?
I'm just on a princess wave.
And you think that your wave is going to carry you to an island?
Ooh, yes. A nude one, hopefully.
Where everyone is there to please you?
Yes, exactly. My own utopia. Yeah, that sounds absolutely amazing. I have one person feeding me mangoes and grapes, the other person fanning me, the other one rubbing my feet.
We are so similar in this way.
I mean, yeah, that sounds pretty amazing. One to read me bedtime stories, rock me to sleep,
Yep.
rub my booty.
It kind of makes you a nice partner because you don't expect everything from one person.
Yeah, but ideally, if all of these things can be in one person, I feel like it would be less work, less of a headache.
Oh, because you don't have so much negotiation going on.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that's the ongoing battle about
Yeah.
poly or not.
I mean, like I said, I'm a very passionate person, and I feel like because I have so much passion and love to give, that it's better if it's just all towards one person, one individual.
Just fill them up until they
Oh my
explode.
gosh, that's all I want to do. I mean, that's all I want to do. That's all I want to give this person is all types of love and affection, fill them all the way up until they just can't take anymore. And
Yeah,
then they
that
just
doesn't sound
burst.
like mania at all.
Yeah, see?
I want to love you until you die.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah. Don't let go of my hand. Hold my hand forever. Just hold it. Even when you're using the restroom.
Rotting flesh.
Yeah. That's definitely me. Like, the person that I'm out here visiting, I'll follow him from one room to the next. And he'll be like, I'm just going to the bathroom. I'm just like, well, I'll wait here for you. You know, I think it's romantic. I do. What? I think it's very romantic. He leaves one room, I'll walk behind him to the next. I think it's very romantic.
Is it because you're lonely?
I think I'm very lonely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, I do like the person. And it's fun.
Walking around.
Yes.
Is it because there's nothing to do with the house?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
And I also, okay, so granted, just backpedal really quick. Me and this person don't see each other very often. So I feel like it's all this built up excitement and just wanting to be with this person and make up for lost times. That's why I follow him from one room to the next. Because then I don't know when I'll see him again.
I mean, you do you.
Oh, I am.
I'm looking forward to the day when you have the qualities you've written down
Yes.
matching up with someone whose chemistry you feel.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking forward to that day as
Or
well.
people, multiple people.
I agree. I told my mom, I said, maybe I'm just meant to have multiple partners and be loved by everyone and give love to everyone. And my mom's very religious, and she didn't like that statement coming out of my mouth at all.
Because according to her beliefs, that's not...
Monogamy, only one person, yeah.
Ah.
Who knows? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. But I do have faith, and I do have hope that it will all work out in my favor. It's just when and with whom. And I can't wait to
And
find
you can't
out.
wait.
Yeah, it's exciting.
This is kind of like a time capsule on this podcast.
I agree.
We're putting out into the world your well wishes. And months or years later, you can look back and, oh my gosh, there I was.
Yeah.
Hoping for my dreams to come true.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
What about being single? How do you feel about just being single and not having anyone ever?
I enjoy being single right now, but the ideal relationship I see myself in, I don't see the person or my partner being very overprotective or not letting me be princess. You know what I mean? That's the type of healthy relationship I want to have. So if I feel like it's completely different, my relationship life, than single princess, because single princess is pretty amazing. I come and go as I please, you know. I'm very social, but being single forever, I would like a partnership. I don't want to be single forever. Yeah.
But you could do it.
I could definitely do it, but I would have to have great friends like you around. And then I'll just follow you around from one room to the next.
But you don't. We hung out all morning and you did your own thing.
That's true, but that's also because it went towards the other person.
Oh,
I followed him from one room to the next. But if I didn't have him, it would have definitely been you this morning.
oh, cute.
Yeah, most definitely.
Wanna tell them what we did last night?
Oh my gosh, yes. We went to nature night at the Lolo Hot Springs. It was amazing.
You thought it was amazing?
I did. I really enjoyed it. It was my
Yeah.
second hot springs.
That's why it gets amazing in your book.
Yeah.
I mean, I was very glad to be there with you, but I
Also because it was nature
saw some
night
floaties.
for me. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, yeah, the floaties weren't good.
Nature night.
Nature
You
night.
got to be naked.
I got to be nude. My element.
I think there are a dozen people and you and one other person.
I didn't see another person.
I think there was a man.
Completely nude?
I think so.
Really?
He came in with a t-shirt and a towel wrapped around his waist, and he was wading through the pool
Okay.
in his towel. So his towel was getting soaking wet, and I was like, "What are you doing, good sir?" And then he took off the towel,
I didn't see him.
and I saw his butt.
How was it?
And it was a human butt.
Okay. A human butt. Yeah.
It did nothing for me.
Okay. Yeah, butts don't really do anything for me either.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah, I'm not a butt person. So I really enjoy body hair.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. We've talked about this.
Yes, I love body hair. And yeah, I enjoy body hair.
All genders. I love body hair. On
Yeah,
all genders.
same. All genders.
Yeah. So not butts, but you like body hair.
I do.
I like veins.
Oh, I love veins.
Yeah. Oh.
I do. I've asked this guy that I'm dating that the next time that he goes to get blood work, if I can tag along. And he got very scared.
Well, that's next level.
Yeah, I asked him if I can come. And he said, "Do you really want to go?" I said, "Yeah." I'm just
Wow.
waiting. Yep, I'll be right there.
Because what turns you on about that in particular?
Well, first of all, the feeling. The feeling of the vein is just, it makes me salivate. And sometimes I occasionally like to lick them. And
I'm learning so much about you right now.
and I'm just talking about body veins, right? I'm not talking about genital veins right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about
Like the arms.
the arms. Yeah. So if I'm like caressing a man's arm and then I happen to feel this beautiful thing that's,
A worm.
oh, that's a worm. Yes. Yeah. I'll ask sometimes if I can lick it or, you know, usually the guys are pretty cool with it.
That's nice of you to get consent.
Yes, I definitely get consent. Definitely.
So what is the deal with him being stabbed that you're into?
Well, just because I feel like if I do it myself, it's very creepy.
If you put a needle into his
I mean, not necessarily a needle. Not necessarily a needle. So my spirit animal is a bat.
Okay.
Maybe this will bring some context into it, right?
Okay, so you relate to bats. You
Yes.
feel a connection to bats.
I do.
You like bats.
But only the bats that at night they turn into a sexy vampire.
Okay.
And so that sexy vampire at night is me.
Okay.
Just full-fledged, fangs out. So that's why when I see veins, it makes me think of my sexy bat vampire self. It's me.
And you want to pierce them.
Yes.
Wow. all sorts of things I didn't know about you. But you are the Twilight generation.
Yeah, but I don't really equate that to.
You're not into Twilight?
I mean, not really. Edward was really cute. He was really cute. He was very pale.
I mean, just the fact that you know the name of the vampire.
Yes. He's gorgeous.
I didn't find him attractive
did.
in the Twilight series, but when he was, what was his name? Cedric in Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, whoa, who's that guy?
I think also because in Twilight he had this obsessive, protective thing over Bella, and it was really romantic to me. I was like,
He had like a mania thing.
yep, exactly. Yeah, so that turned me on.
Yeah,
So sure.
Hollywood definitely plays that up for
I
some
agree.
reason.
I agree. But yeah.
Well, cool. We came full circle then. Want to do Kegels?
Yep.
Main squeeze it good.
Okay. Any particular way you enjoy doing them? I sense that you're someone who does Kegels.
I do.
You do?
I sure do.
How often?
At least a few times a day.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Your pelvis must be so strong.
It's pretty strong. It's definitely pretty strong.
Okay. Then I think you should coach us on how to do them today.
Ooh. I don't. Okay.
You're leading group Kegels.
Okay.
Telling us what to do.
So we're going to
I love how you get into
position myself.
to a childbirth position here. Square up the hips, spread the legs,
Yeah,
flat
you gotta
feet.
flat feet.
Okay.
Usually I like to put my hand over my womb area
Okay.
and I squeeze. And it's kind of like I'm trying to think of the type of sensation. It's a sexual sensation for sure. And you just squeeze and let's count to 5. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. I let it go. Then right back. Then I do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll rest for a little bit.
We're going to rest.
Yes.
Okay.
You could lead the next one.
Are you doing clenches for each one of those numbers? Or are you doing a progression of a single clench
I'm doing a clench for each.
number?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I was doing.
That's what I was doing.
Like flutter kicking.
Yes, exactly.
You want me to lead the next one?
Yes. Tell me how you do yours.
Well, we do them in all sorts of different ways.
Okay. I want
We
the
try to come up with different styles each time.
craziest one. What's the wildest one?
I don't think there is a wild one, but there is one that multiple people have talked about as being super entertaining, where you do a progression of a single clench, and it feels like you're going up an elevator and then coming back down.
Oh, I think
Or
I've
your
heard of that
vagina
one.
is doing that.
Yeah. I'd like to try Kegels on my partner.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to do. And have them count. Make it a partner exercise.
Yeah. Or partner game. I
Yeah.
think it's funny when that person will do a Kegel inside me and I have to guess when it's happening. And I've done it on someone and they have to guess when I'm doing it. Like, how strong is it? Can you tell? Can you get your body part out if I'm squeezing it tight enough?
Yeah, that sounds like a fun game. I'd like to try that one in the near future. I would.
Yeah, or pushing out too is really fun. You
Pushing
try and get in as intensely as you can. You just push that object of insertion inside of me.
As you're pushing
And
out.
then I'm like, Kegel out! Get out! Get out!
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I'm going to have to see, but my problem is I don't have like a consistent partner for that. I would only do that with a partner. You know
You
what
could
I
do
mean?
it with the toy or hand.
No, I want the real thing, Lindsay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
Well,
you.
Just post that on your Tinder profile.
I don't have a Tinder. Stop trying to get me to make a Tinder. I refuse.
First line. I am looking for someone to run a Kegel lab with me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. They'll just be knocking down my door, just waiting. No way.
Yeah.
I want more than that.
Well, I hope you get that, princess.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. I appreciate it.
Let's do one more Kegel set and then give them homework.
Okay.
I'm thinking that we should try and do it as if our pelvic flooring was a hula hoop.
Ooh.
Yeah. You said you wanted something
Oh, yeah. I'm in.
exotic.
Heck yeah.
Okay. So we're going to treat you can do this with your vaginal canal. You could do this with your penis. You could do this with your anus. You're just going to treat it like you could actually spin the muscles in a
I'm doing it already.
rotational form. Yep. So am I. It's kind of fun.
Yep.
So you just keep doing it until you hear the music, and then you can keep going if you want. Be a rave dancing Kegel cunt,
Heck yeah.
or you can, relax and pick it up again later.
I think I'm going to hula hoop my way all the way out of here.
I think your hips are actually moving with you.
Could you see them?
Okay, now we give them Sextra Credit.
Now you can practice at home. Dr. Doe gives you Sextra Credit.
And us too.
Okay.
It's an assignment that we can do in the following week while we wait for the next podcast to come out.
What is it?
It's up to you and me.
What
Do you have
do
any ideas of some Sextra homework, Sextra Credit that we want to give them?
Let's see if they can identify maybe unhealthy manic behaviors and how they want to turn it into a positive behavior.
That's a great idea and very related to our topic. I think if you're not experiencing any symptoms of mania in your own life, that you could do it for films or music as well.
Agreed. Yeah.
I do want to say before we go that I don't think mania is all bad. If somebody's love style is mania, like mine was, I don't think that's something to be ashamed of or to get rid of. But definitely being aware of it and knowing how to detach from behaviors that do harm
Right.
is the way to go.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, love passionately. Why not?
Well, yeah. Why
But
not?
maybe don't drive your car into someone's garage
Don't do
because you're
that.
pissed off.
Yeah.
Their garage door, not their garage. You can drive your car into someone's garage, just not their garage door.
Okay.
Okay, my pelvis feels nice and warm now.
So does mine. Very tight. It's ready for a
A battle.
a love battle.
Good.
A very passionate love.
Let's say goodbye, and you can go to your shower faucet.
All right.
Thank you for being on my show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you also to Cali Cinema Studios, Complexly, and Count Boogie for the jingles. You're all amazing. Our patrons, those of you listening, people who share, like, and subscribe. And Cora Amparo, I'm still learning.